In 2019, the most well-connected man in the world was found dead in a maximum security prison cell. The cameras malfunctioned. The guards fell asleep. The autopsy was inconclusive. And within 48 hours, the most powerful people on Earth breathed a collective sigh of relief. This is not a story about a pedophile. This is a story about a spy, a blackmailer, and a weapon built by intelligence agencies to control the most powerful men alive. This is the full story of Jeffrey Epstein, January 20th, 1953. Coney Island, Brooklyn. Jeffrey Edward Epstein is born to a working-class Jewish family. His father tends parks for the city. They're not rich. They're not connected. By every measure, Jeffrey Epstein should have lived and died in complete obscurity. But Jeffrey was different. Teachers described him as unnervingly intelligent, a child who absorbed information faster than anyone around him. By 16, he was accepted into Cooper Union, one of New York's most selective colleges, studying physics. He dropped out, then enrolled at NYU, dropped out again. No degree, no connections, no money. And yet, at 20 years old, he walked into the Dalton School, one of Manhattan's most elite private institutions, and was hired to teach mathematics and physics to the children of New York's wealthiest families. Nobody has ever fully explained how. At Dalton, Epstein didn't just teach, he networked, he charmed, he studied the ultra-wealthy the way a predator studies prey. One parent noticed him, Alan Greenberg, CEO of Bear Stearns, one of Wall Street's most powerful investment banks. Greenberg hired him. Again, no degree, no qualifications, no track record. Within 4 years, Epstein was a limited partner at Bear Stearns. He was managing money for clients so wealthy their names never appeared in newspapers. He was building what he called a black book, a private directory of the most powerful people in the world. Then in 1981, he was quietly asked to leave Bear Stearns. Official reason: minor violations. Real reason: nobody knows. What happened next is where the story gets dark. Epstein vanished from public record for almost 3 years. No documented employment, no known address, no paper trail. Intelligence analysts who later reviewed his file called this period, quote, a classic tradecraft gap. The kind of disappearance that happens when someone is being trained. In 1985, Epstein reappears, this time managing money for some of the wealthiest people on Earth through a mysterious firm called J. Epstein and Company. He claimed he only worked with clients worth over $1 billion. He had no website, no office that anyone could find, no verifiable list of clients. Financial experts who investigated him later said the same thing. The math didn't add up. His supposed returns were impossible. His clients couldn't be verified. So where was the money really coming from? Enter Ghislaine Maxwell, daughter of Robert Maxwell, British media mogul, member of parliament, and according to multiple intelligence sources, including former Mossad officer Ari Ben-Menashe, a confirmed Israeli intelligence asset. Robert Maxwell died in 1991 under circumstances that were, to put it politely, deeply suspicious. He fell off his yacht near the Canary Islands. Israeli intelligence gave him a state funeral. Ghislaine inherited her father's connections, and she brought them directly to Epstein. Former Israeli intelligence officer Viktor Ostrovsky stated publicly that Epstein's operation was a classic honey trap, a decades-long intelligence operation designed to compromise powerful Western figures. You bring powerful men to an island, you document everything, and then you own them. Forever. Little St. James, a private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands that Epstein purchased in 1998 for under $8 million. He built a compound, a main house, staff quarters, a mysterious blue and white striped building that satellite images showed had no clear purpose, an underground tunnel system that locals reported seeing construction crews build for years. The guest list reads like a directory of global power. Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's private jet, later called the Lolita Express. 26 documented times. Prince Andrew was photographed with Epstein repeatedly. Alan Dershowitz, Larry Summers, Ehud Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel, visited Epstein's New York townhouse dozens of times. Every visit was documented. Every conversation potentially recorded. Every compromise potentially stored. That was the point. A 2019 investigation by the Miami Herald revealed that Epstein had installed cameras throughout his properties. In bedrooms, in bathrooms, everywhere. Former associates said the footage was the real asset. Not the money, not the connections. The footage. In 2005, Epstein was first investigated for trafficking minors in Palm Beach, Florida. The case should have ended his life as a free man. Instead, U.S. Attorney Alexander Acosta, later Trump's Secretary of Labor, offered him one of the most scandalous plea deals in American legal history. 13 months in a private wing of a county jail. Work release 6 days a week. Complete immunity for any co-conspirators. When asked why, Acosta later told Trump transition officials, quote, "I was told Epstein belonged to intelligence and to leave it alone. He walked free. Then, in July 2019, he was arrested again. This time, the charges were federal. This time, there was no escape. Prosecutors were preparing to name names, big names, from the evidence seized at his New York mansion. On August 10th, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan. The 2 guards assigned to check on him every 30 minutes were both asleep. Both. Simultaneously. The security cameras outside his cell malfunctioned. Both of them. The medical examiner ruled it suicide by hanging. But forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Baden, hired by Epstein's brother, identified injuries more consistent with homicidal strangulation than suicidal hanging. The guards were charged. Then the charges were dropped. The case was closed. Jeffrey Epstein spent 30 years collecting the most powerful people in the world. He built a machine designed not to make money, but to manufacture leverage. Who built him? Who protected him? Who gave the order? The answer died in a jail cell in Manhattan. Or at least, that's the official story. Subscribe for more stories they don't want you to know.